Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for January 1st, 2024. This is for Scorpio. Last shuffle for Scorpio here. Let's see what's going on. So we have great gratitude and we have status quo. I think you're very, you're grateful that you kind of kept things balanced or kept up a facade or something here. You may be grateful that you, especially in public, that you kept away from something. Like, you're going to be really grateful for it if you did. Today is going to be that day. You might have been like, nah, I should have went in there and tore it up. I should have went in there and let everybody have it. And it's like, then today you wake up, you're like, ooh, I'm so glad I kept to myself. Ooh, you know what I mean? Ooh, wow. There's a lot of anger here. Ooh. Now, here's the great gratitude. It's like you may be very grateful that you held back. Some of you may have wanted to like let someone have it, right? You have Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, and then the King of Wands. Some of you may have really wanted to do something jacked up to someone else because they may have really deeply betrayed you, or you may have felt that they did. You may have been you may have been deciding to betray someone as well, right? It's like, I won't say it's payback. I don't see payback. I see more of like, oh, okay, you're distancing yourself from me. You're not giving me the attention I deserve. You're not you don't, you know what I mean? Like, someone doesn't see you. And so some of you may be like, you know what, I'm about to go and let them understand, or make them understand what's going on. Like, hey, I can end this. And if I end this, this is going to be a conscious decision to be like, this is done. Keep playing. For some of you, okay? And you may be grateful that you held back and didn't say anything. Or you may have planned to do so and then said, you know what? Let me just sit back and watch and see what's going on. Today, you're going to be grateful that you waited. Status quo is the Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Someone is going to try to save face. So today, if you said, you know what, I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to bother. Well, today, here they come. And, or here someone comes, right? What you've been waiting for is coming in. So there's also, too, another aspect of this is that a lot of you may be very grateful that you were, that you're such a, you're great, like you're a natural leader, and you make very good decisions and you're very sharp. So a lot of you may be in this place of like, I'm so glad that I stayed out of the public. I wasn't out all the time. I wasn't, I was busy. Okay, I was trying to tie up loose ends. You may be very grateful that you just took the initiative and did something like that today, because today the opportunity that you've been waiting for comes in. So if you did all the work that you were supposed to do, it's like today you're going to be glad you did. You're going to be glad you weren't out running around. You know what I mean? The Six of Wands is like, hey, I'm out here, painting the town red. And so either way, with the King of Pentacles, too, something comes in, like some kind of support that you needed, money. And so you'd be grateful that you just waited, right? Milestone is the Queen of Wands and the Chariot. The milestone is that you're different about how you approach situations. And they're showing that you would have eventually gotten to this point. Like, you are a complete being right now. Like, maybe so for some of us, you know what I mean? So they show like a little bit of an ego. Maybe back in the day, you would defend yourself. This is like, defending yourself and fighting to be heard, fighting to be respected or seen. And now you're at a place where you're just like, listen, I'm kind of like, the fight is different. The fight is, I'm trying to close out and tie up loose ends. If you don't see who I am and you don't see my worth, I'm fighting to close that out. I'm fighting to get closure. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to close that up. I'm going to end that because, I mean, what am I going to do? Fight to be seen, or cut off anybody who just doesn't see? I'm not going to keep fighting for that, because it's like you have a goal in mind. There's something that you're being led or called to do. And especially with milestone, you're finally hearing the call. You're finally jumping in the chariot. You just don't have time for this mess anymore. Whatever you usually would plot against the person, especially this kind of individual, it's like they light a fire. It's like mental and spiritual, and it looks unstable to me. But it's like you may have been, this is that tear the club up kind of vibe here that I'm seeing. But you may have been that type of a person, and now you're just like, it could be over. I would prefer to end things instead of fight for something, because I have to jump in this chariot. So family, friends, and guides is Tower and Six of Cups. And so this is your passed on loved ones, your spirit guides, your spirit team. They've been with you since time immemorial, okay? With this here, it's like it may suddenly hit you that they're around or they're helping you. You're going to sense it's going to be some kind of feel that you've had before, like when you were a child or something, when you were really young and you were like more impressionable. And it seems like this definitely is like a passed on loved one, but they're also part of your team, like your guides. They're going to make themselves really like well known to you. It might out of nowhere hit you that this sign was always something that they were trying to show you since you were young. And you're like, oh my gosh, that was so and so. That was my grandmother or my grandfather or my dad or my mom. That was them the whole time dropping coins. Or that was them the whole time drips of water. It was always them. Like, it was always something with them. Or during storms or something like that. They're going to make their presence known, but the way that they do it is going to be reminiscent of something when you were younger. Wow. You were always going to get to this point in the first place, but there's someone that may be trying to push your buttons in a sense by being distant. Someone's trying to, I guess, ignite some sort of abandonment issues, but you don't have them. It's not there. It's like you are actually quite standoffish you know what I mean? This is like, you can't activate abandonment issues when I'm trying to get people to abandon me. Like I'm trying to keep people away from me. You can't do that. And so this may be something where you usually would defend yourself like, no, I don't have this issue. Now you're like, I don't really care. Like, I'm a natural born leader, and natural born leaders are often loners, and I'm cool with that. So someone may be trying to like poke you in a sense by being distant. So that's what they've got here. But I just see you moving on in a sense of following your inner your compass. And I see that more than anything else. And you may be grateful for that today. Don't do anything that you're going to regret later. It's like, that's the kind of energy I'm seeing. Like, you could have did it, but I didn't. Now my conscience is clear and I can go in this chariot and go about my business, or listen, or be open to the signs and synchronicities of your ancestors. You're going to be tapped on the shoulder. Something is coming up for you. So I know this is all over the place, but that is what's here. So you could be dealing with another Scorpio or Cancer very strongly, but we also have every sign here except for Pisces. So you could be primarily dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio very strongly, or dealing with all the other signs. And so either way, that's what we've got. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.